been around and know what I'm saying. So it's not a fan base, man. You know, look at club. You know what I mean? You either with it or you're not with it.
Some are thinkers, some are dreamers, and some are doers. Here's to the story. Pick up, of course, to the pub. How it? Pick up yourself. Really and truly now, you and I need to sit down and drink some doers. Yeah? Alright, so today we're going to talk about something that women keep complaining about, that men don't share. You wonder why men don't share? I'm going to tell you why men don't share. Men don't share their stories because we don't want to be judged. We don't want to be compared. We don't want to be analyzed. We don't want to be shut down. All we want to do is share. We don't want to be criticized. We don't want to be rejected. We don't want to be anything other than men who share. The problem is one day down the road you'll hear about what you shared. One day down the road you'll be compared based on what you share. One day down the road you'll be judged for what you share. One day down the road you'll be embarrassed by what you share. One day down the road, as a matter of fact, hold on. What am I saying? One day down the road. It might not be one day down the road. It might be in the very same moment of sharing. Sharing by men can be their strengths, their weaknesses, their vulnerabilities, their successes and victories, their challenges. The fact that a man shares is something that you should understand the amount of trust that he has placed in you, the amount of belief that he has in your ability to embrace that which he's now sharing. The fact that he's sharing means that he sees you as somebody who is worthy of this, what I call most intimate moment, because let's face it, if you say men don't share, when he's doing it, it means something. It means that he could easily sit down and tell him brethren them the very same thing that he's telling you. And very well he might do. But why men don't share? Men don't share because a lot of the times you have an opinion. When a man wants your opinion, he'll ask for your opinion. When a man wants you to tell him if he's right or wrong. When a man wants your perspective, and especially when he wants you to tell him why he might be on the right path, what are the options or the alternatives, what are the solutions, and what are the possible problems. But he's sharing just so. If he wants certain aspects to be involved, he will ask for them. Sound away, don't it? Because you believe for some strange reason that as the listening person, as the partner in time, not in crime, in time, you know, you are that partner at that time, in that moment, and he's sharing. You believe you have an obligation to also share. No. It might be difficult. It might be a kind of, it might be a challenge to you to be able to sit down and just understand that in this moment, say nothing until further advised. It also means say nothing tomorrow about it. You can check, you know, and update. So how are things going with this thing that you shared? Great. But if he tells you of trauma that he's endured in his younger years, in an argument for you to turn around and say, you see, that's the reason why a woman I like you. You understand now why it wasn't a good idea for him to share? And don't tell me that the fact that he's had a certain kind of resistance to sharing should eliminate all of that simply because you consider yourself to be an absolutely different individual, void of all this judgmental character. You know, you're fair and you're receptive and all these wonderful things. Oh, that's great. But experience teaches that, man. And if for some reason he spent his lifetime understanding that it is best for him to internalize, mechanize, and materialize all the things that he thinks, the fact that he doesn't share a lot with you does not mean that he's secretive, does not mean that he is trying to hide things from you, doesn't mean that he's trying to be evasive. What it simply means is that before he's able to share with you, he has to know what it is he has to share. If a man is trying to build a doghouse, it takes a certain kind of spot, a certain kind of material, and a certain design for it to be perfect. He started building the doghouse, and you say, how come you didn't share with me that you had a plan to build a doghouse? Well, to tell you the truth, I wasn't so sure exactly how I was going to build it. I just knew I needed to start building it. The fact that he hasn't shared with you his plans prior to his beginning doesn't mean that he expected to build this doghouse and then turn around and say, oh, all right, and unveil it like some secret. A lot of the times, what it's not told to you, it's not because you're not worthy of being told. It's not because we don't think that you wouldn't understand. And hold on, there are some things you might not understand. Because from time immemorial till now, the last time we checked, men are men, women are women. There are some things that we might explain to you that you can't immediately understand. And we understand that you won't understand. The question is, do you understand? And I say, if for some reason you want to be somebody who a man can share certain things with, try to be the person who is share withable. You know, the person who listens, doesn't judge, and doesn't use retribution with the information you have. And lastly, don't take what he has shared with you and decide that you want to share it with others. Because now you know why men don't generally share. You don't have to take my advice, but don't complain when it doesn't go the way you expect it to. Here's to the story. That's Rodney's story. But you can share yours.